What's up, everybody? About to break down What's Up off of Bobby Tarantino 2 with Nick Huff from hardknocktv. Logic, Big Sean, produced by Six. Let's go. Shout out to Big Sean. That's the homie for sure, man. Such a good dude. Yep. Funny story. Yeah. So on the Incredible True Story, Sean has a part in the skit where it's like, he's like, "What up, Kai, you little bitch?" And what's so cool about that is that, I'm sure some of the fans know, but I was in line in security. This was like 5 in the morning. We were going to New York, I think. And it was like tired, and I get like a tap on my shoulder, and it's Sean. He's like, "What's up, bro?" I'm like, "Oh snap, what's good?" Blah, blah, blah. So we end up doing that, and then we all leave, and then Mo Beats was there. Shout out to Mo Beats. A couple of people were there. Henry was there. And then, you know, we're all just outside security, like in that weird place before you go to the terminals, and like, that's where Logic did the voice memo with the "What up, Kai, little bitch." So Sean's like always been in like random places with us, but he's like always showed love and always been cool. So like to do this track, and I didn't produce the first Sean record they did. That was Tape B, so I was really happy I got to do this. I love Sean's verse on this. I love it. It's one of my favorites on the project.
For people who watched the Grammy interview, he was like, "Oh, do we have music coming up?
Oh yeah, he did. Yo, he did tease that, which got me hyped. I was like, yes. Like the fact that Sean was like messing with the record too, and was excited to drop it. It made me excited to drop it as well. So I think what I started with was, this has a little more parts to it than the other beats. I think this was a little more layered. But started with this sound, an Omnisphere. It's called Nippon Planetary Joy. That's the plugin. And like I love just like lush, soft synths like this over hard stuff. So I just made this little melody line. I was like, oh, that's dope.
We just got a little Mercy vibes to it.
A little Mercy vibe to it. That's exactly what it was. It gave me a little Mercy vibe, which is funny you say that, because I think the next thing I added was this sound right here. And shout out to Reggie Stepper.
Who's that?
That's the sample for this little same sample on Mercy. So we had this, right? And then threw in this guy right here.
That's a sample from Mercy.
Yep.
Dope.
And so basically all I took was, I think it's like the first second of the song. The song's called Ku Ono, by, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, probably not, by Reggie Stepper, and this was the first sound you hear.
Wow.
That's the first, literally the first sound, acapella, nothing, it's a reggae artist, nothing under it, just that. So I was like, all right, cool. Like,
what's he saying? Believe me?
Believe me, believe me. Which is why Drake called his song Believe Me, because they sampled that too. Fun fact. So I had that, right, with this. Off break, that's a vibe. I already knew Logic was gonna like this, just because I already know, like, being working with him for a long time, you just build a rapport where you know what he's gonna want to rap on, you know, and like what sonically what he's trying to hear at that time. And that takes years. That takes years. I was never like that. But now, I knew when I made this, I was like, I gotta play it for him. So I had that, right? And then threw in this little, just like, little siren. That's actually from this group called They, coming out of Maryland, man. Shout out to my boy Drew. That's my guy. We're both from the same city, man. Love their music, man. Love that sound, though. Yep. So I took that, tucked it, I pitched it down a little bit, threw that in there. And then threw in a little hi-hat right there. So that's the same snare I use on Killing Spree as well. I love this snare. Because it's not a trap snare, but it's also, it got a little like boom bapness to it. I don't know why that shit is so hard. So I use that a lot in trap beats and in hip hop beats, because it just has that nice snap on it. And then after that, kick, of course. Gotta have the kick. Gotta throw in the.
Let me see some of this stuff.
Yeah, I can bring it back.
Bring it back, bring it back, bring it way back.
So shout out to Omnisphere. You know, everyone knows this. Most producers and a lot I've used, man, Omnisphere is so sick because it has so many different types of sounds and it's all in one thing. Can't go wrong. So just trial and error, stumbled upon this guy right here. Just made that little melody line. And I honestly probably just, you know, clicked it in. Like you literally just like click in notes, you know what I mean? You don't gotta play shit to like be able to do this, so. Had that, I was like, oh, that's dope. Threw in this, that's that like that Mercy vibe. Threw some delays on it. Yeah, so, threw a reverb, this is a stock FL Studio reverb actually. It's called Fruity Reverb. It's like just one of the stock sounds. And then also threw in a fruity delay. This is this is 8 milliseconds, meaning the delay is 8 beats. So when you hear it, you know what I mean? So you can change the delay of it. So I can even, let me copy this. And then I'll say I just do it. You know, you can change the delays. Like that's pretty cool too, honestly. Like I probably should have done that too. That's sick. I might use that on something else. But for this one, I was like, that's cool, man. Cause I love the sound of it, and it just cut off too short. Like I'll play it without the delay. It was just that, which is still cool, but having it rock throughout it. And that's a lunch table beat too, for real. But this cake is so clean. I might rip that for real. But I love that cake, I use that a lot. And you know, once you got that, hi-hat, open hi-hat. And this is pitched down like a bunch, half an octave. I love pitching down my open hi-hat because I'll play it regular. Oh, I just accidentally deleted that. But it's all good.
Undo.
Undo. So originally, this hi-hat, open hi-hat, was half an octave higher, so you can hear it. I was like, that's cool, but fuck it. Bring it down, you know? Just kind of make it my own, really.
Mm-hmm.
And you
That's what hip hop is at the end of the day.
Yeah, like, that's what music is, man. You get inspired by something and you make it your own, you know? Or you just, that's what it is. You shouldn't be afraid to be inspired, but you also shouldn't be afraid to like flip it and make it your own and then take your influence and then, you know, put your style on it and then combine it and it becomes something new. Because a lot of kids, like, nowadays, man, this might be off tangent, but I posted this video of Easy Mo making the Flavor in Your Ear beat. Mm-hmm. I posted, like, because he had the files, rest in peace, Craig Mack, but this is the day he died, I think the day after, and he was like, yo, I still got the SP1200 files, and I reposted it on my story, and people were like, damn, man, when's that beat coming out? Like, all this stuff. So I was like, a lot of kids don't even know the stuff that we take influence from. So sometimes you got to take it and like educate people, you know?
Sure.
And like the kids now will know that stuff if they saw my story and like that helps. So that's cool. Like,
it's crazy. I talked to Ninth Wonder about this a lot because he teaches at Harvard.
yeah.
And he teaches about sampling, how sampling really is it's a bridge between generations. Because it's like when you sample the Marvin Gayes and the James Browns and like that, a whole new generation that didn't even know about that, you're kind of like creating a bridge between genres, between generations, you know, which is when you take that away because of the publishing and like all this other stuff, you're kind of taking away some of like the cultural impact and significance. So he makes a case for like, yo, sampling is important.
I see that all the time, man. I agree so much because I'll go to YouTube videos of songs that I've sampled and then the comments would be like, Six brought me here, but I love this song. Like I love this sample.
Yeah.
And I love the samples too. So like I'm glad like I can sample it and then it leads them into a journey of like finding out the old stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's cool. Like I hope that leads them into finding out. There's so much music out there. So that's all I'm trying to say with that, you know? It's like educating people and opening their eyes to stuff too.
For sure.
So we got this. You know I gotta throw in the 808. This is like a little distorted ass 808. And you've noticed too, all my 808s, like a lot of the beats I make of them, it's just staying on one note. Like it's not like or something, it's just on the C. And that really, I think that really drives, yeah, with the slide, which really, I think just staying on one note sometimes just drives home the point of like the song. Because the song is meant to be aggressive.
Right. And the slide is what gives it the variety.
And the slide is what gives it that finesse, that yes, exactly, the variety. Because if that wasn't slid, it would just be so hard, like doom, 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 you know? So you gotta put a little bit of balance in there.
You gotta cleanse the palate.
You gotta cleanse the palate, yo. And then, you know, with that synth pattern with the 808, you know, everything is riding. Oh, this is a cool one too. This little crowd chop. This shit is hard. I use this in overnight too. It's kind of like what happened with the midnight vocal sample where it kind of chopped up like that. Cause like that just gives it rhythm. It's kind of a little trick I use, so. Threw that in there. And I don't know if a lot of people even noticed that even being in the beat.
No, I didn't.
You didn't? Yeah, but next time you listen to it, like listen for that, it's definitely in there. And then,
I haven't listened to this album yet with headphones. I like
doing
that for every album. That's when you pick out like the the subtleties.
But it's funny, like I don't use headphones to make beats at all. I never use headphones.
Yeah.
I do if I have to, but I try to. I like to let the like vibes and frequencies hit me. You know, like feel it.
That's fucking powerful.
Yeah. And then simple hat. And I think it goes to this, like I was saying before, you can pitch it just to give it variety. Like that shit is cool to me. So just did that. And when you combine everything, it's got hopefully.
Now I hear it.
Yeah. And even the crowd, oh yeah, so, and then, this actually builds up too. I wasn't feeling lazy today, so this got like a couple additional hi-hats in there. I think just to give it like a live feel to it. Kind of sounds like a live drummer. Because you can see like the volumes. Threw that in there. What else I got in here? Oh yeah, and this guy too. Excuse me. This is like a lower guy. So this is coming in the second half of like the first intro part. Just to give it some progression. I think I'll also add simple 4 notes as well. Shout out to Omnisphere again. So when those other live hi-hats come in, I just threw in this piano bell. Oops. Get rid of this. So I just threw in this. It's 4 notes. Just kind of gives it a vibe. Yeah. It's kind of more like textures. It's subtle, but Yeah, man. So a lot of my beats, like, kind of just like constant throughout, drops here and there. So like, because the vibe is cool, like you don't want the energy to fall off. So this synth line is just going throughout, going throughout, and then just for a little variety, threw in this percussion chop. One of my favorite percussion chops. Oops. Like that just makes everything just sound like intense, like suspense. So that's why I threw that in the intro of the beat. When you first hear it, you hear it come in. Just to build that, along with the crowd. So like this and the crowd is really cool to me because it's two like just weird, unique stuff. But like that sounds like some evil shit right there. Like something's about to go down. Like it's about to go down, yeah. And then this shit with this drop, like the Mercy sample, like that's what sets it off. The drop, and then you just cut everything, and then bring everything back in, and that should just make your head bounce. You know what I'm saying? A couple risers here and there. So just to give it a little dynamic, and that's about it, man. This other little riser right here. Yeah, man, simple. So, Logic did his first verse. I think I played on this beat, and he immediately did the first verse and got that Sean verse back. And we were like, damn, this shit is crazy. And then Logic went back in and did that second verse. You know what I'm saying? But I had this beat, man. Once I gave it to them, I didn't really add it. I already had all this made.
Wow.
Yeah, I was just going in at the crib. And I don't know. Sometimes I think about stuff a lot, but sometimes I'm just like, fuck it. Like, just literally laying down anything that comes out. Even like those 4 notes. Like, I probably wouldn't do those 4 notes like normally. Mm-hmm. But for some reason, I was like, let me just throw it in there.
That was the vibe.
Just do it. And it was a vibe, and like your ear gets used to it. Sometimes when I overproduce it, or I think I'm overproducing it, it's all in my head. Sometimes I just gotta just be like, I can always come back to this tomorrow. Right. And if it sucks, the sound sucks, I can always mute it. So I just threw it in there and it happened to be cool. Like all these sounds are just like random. So, the next day listen is crucial because sometimes you can be feeling something, but then the next day you gotta listen to it. And if it's cool the next day, then you're good. And I felt like everything in this was cool.